Yes, Frédéric Simon from euractiv.com. Talking about the just transition mechanism, Mrs. von der Leyen highlighted last week that she was aiming for 100 billion euros for that fund. I would like to know whether she got confirmation of that figure from the European Council last week, and if there is a gap, how the Commission intends to fill it.
Thank you very much for the question. I will invite Vivian to join to see if there are any additional matters that we can bring to your attention on that. But the very clear situation is that following the European Council's endorsement of the European Green Deal's vision and path, as proposed last week by the European Commission, the European Council has also entrusted the Commission to work on an enabling factor and support that will be necessary to accompany the transition towards climate neutrality by 2050. The European Commission is now in the process of developing the proposal for a just transition mechanism, which will come up at a later stage. But Vivian, perhaps you wish to add a few elements.
Thank you. Indeed, just to confirm that we're working on the Sustainable Europe Investment Programme as well as the Just Transition Mechanism with the Just Transition Fund as part of it. At the European Council, we had the reconfirmation also that the transition will require both significant public as well as private investments. So work is undergoing to map how exactly this will be drafted.
Indeed, and just to add that the European Council specifically welcomed the Commission's plan to work on a just transition mechanism with a sort of leveraging sum of about 100 billion euros. So that was specifically welcome, including the figure that we have provided of 100 billion was welcomed by the European Council. So work is ongoing, and we are very confident that as the political will has aligned around the Commission's vision regarding the just transition mechanism, it will be possible to provide a proposal which will reach out about 100 billion euros. Follow up?
Yes, so assuming the 100 billion euro figure is confirmed in the proposal in January, can you tell us whether this will be so-called fresh money, or is it going to be a reallocation of existing funds?
I will refer you back to what we say in the European Green Deal proposal about the objectives of the Just Transition mechanism. We have also accompanied the European Green Deal communication with a set of explanatory fact sheets to provide additional background about the important elements. There we have specified that the Just Transition mechanism will combine various sources of funding, including leveraging by the European Investment Bank Group, which is also something which the European Council has welcomed. So this is all what we can say at this stage about the elements of the Just Transition mechanism. As said, work is ongoing, and we are confident that soon you will have a fully fledged proposal from the Commission on the table with all the details of the mechanism. Thank you. Are there any other questions for Vivian? No, so thank you, Vivian. Do you have any other questions? Yes, please go ahead.